You're listening to 90.8 Hills FM Radio.
This is 90.8 Hills FM radio station, using our voice to rate your choice. Stay tuned.
90.8 Hills FM, in partnership with Task Force for Music and Arts, presents Top Man Thursday. Stay tuned to listen to local artists every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on 90.8 Hills FM.
Hello, good evening, listeners. Aro aji trust is it to mohla daily listeners kan jane amigan thage trusty de tafma trusty aro tafma to ki asi gule to amigan local artist kan ge tahan ge promote kuri thage tahan ge modot kor thage itu logote amigan 90.8 Hills FM bit tahan logote hat milai kina eneka local artist kan ge uthai asi to apni kan bi tahange modot kor thakibi help kor thakibi tahala channel kan subscribe kor thakibi aro share kor di thakibi itu logote aji moi khan logote ahi ke naze ekdam special guest dijon aro itu ase mo supong aranla supong aro tahala ben la nam to ase Abiogenesis aro apni aro moi khan sob man la favorite guest host RJ Gugu. To listeners, ita mohon jai ase tahala conversation de enega kurna jaldi wapas aibo.
So hi, and back to 90.8 Hills FM. Hi everyone, this is Gugu Haralu, your RJ, and I hope you enjoy this wonderful session that we're going to have. So I'm going to look through you as we live stream this, because we have a wonderful couple, the powerful one, and I hope you enjoyed this. So may I introduce you to brother Moa Subong and sister Arenda Subong from the Abiogenesis. And it's such a wonderful, I don't know, I'm just going on and on. I thought I was not nervous, but I seem to be more nervous because finally I'm going to have this opportunity to speak to two people that I admire the most, you know, and I know that people out there are really, really looking forward to this, and I hope you're tuning in and also getting to know more about them, about music, about love, about relationship, because this is February is the month of love. And I hope that this encourages you with us. And with that note, may we hear a hello from our brother Moa and sister Arend. So how about you saying hi to all the viewers here?
Hello, everyone.
Everybody.
So with that note, well, what can I say? Thank you from our community radio for saying yes to us. And we're absolutely excited because trust me, I have no idea what this conversation is going to lead. But in offline, the way we were talking about, you know, how in those days dating was, relationship, you know, we've never spoken about it in our Naga society about it, right? And today we really want to explore through your life experiences and to also inspire us, leaving us to learn more that how during your, you know, era, how did you court, how did you become friends, and how does music play such an important role in keeping your relationship alive? So on that note, I want to say to our viewers that before we get into the serious mode of intake from both of them, I want to say that brother Moa Subong is a musician, music composer, and an inventor of two musical instruments. And one of most noted accomplishment that brother Moa has been able to contribute is his invention in a new wind Indian musical instrument called Bamham. And Bamham, which was unveiled by the then governor of Meghalaya, His Excellency Shri M.M. Jacob, on the 3rd of May 2005 at Shillong during the International Bamboo Festival Dizit, is the only other musical instrument invented by him, which was again unveiled by Shri Lipok Sudhir, the director of NEZCC, on 2nd of May 2014. It is a new bamboo percussion that produces multiple sounds. Oh gosh, you know what this reminded me? I should have asked you to get your instrument, which I totally forgot. You know, it would have been such an amazing live performance by you, but I look forward to that in the next show. But most importantly, our dear, how to say, tuners or the radio guys, I think the most happy moment for us as a community is that our brother Moa is the recipient of the Padma Shri Award 2023. So let's give it a round of applause. And of course, along with a lot of your accomplishment, brother Moa, how are you feeling right now? I want to get that vibe. When you were, your name popped up like the D Padma Shri awardee for 2023.
Yeah, thank you, Ritono.
Oh gosh, nobody
Should I
calls me
add
like
Kuku too?
I think I would love you to add Gugu too.
Ritono Kuku.
Yes.
Thanks for having us, Aranla and me, Moa.
Yes.
You're asking a very obvious question because I was not expecting it at all. I was on top of the world when I heard the news that I've been conferred the Padma Shri Award, since it's the fourth highest civilian award in India.
Yes.
So it's a very obvious thing. People will always say. I'm very happy to hear it.
Oh, and are you nervous at the moment being in the studio?
We are used to studios.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why we didn't need a script for it, and I hope our listeners enjoy as much as we're going to enjoy, definitely. So with that note, how about I come to Sister Arenla as your, life partner has received such a prestigious award. How does it feel as a wife and as a partner and as a musician?
Cuckoo, it's a tough question, actually. I'm also ecstatic about it. I feel that I have accomplished something in life, And when he was awarded, I felt the feel, that would have happened some years ago, actually.
That's a very honest, feeling that you have shared. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I feel very happy about it. And since we play the same band, Abiogenesis, I feel that his award is going to take us a long way. And I'm very happy about it.
Well, with that note on your head, I can say with affirmation, oh yeah, that lady is very proud of her husband and her team member. Can you please tell me, in continuation to what you're saying, what does the word abiogenesis mean? Because I was trying to look it up, and I thought, why not just listen to you on live?
Yeah, abiogenesis is a biological term, actually, and it means to reactivate the dead cells.
Okay, that seriously is
Yeah.
biological.
That seriously
Okay,
is biological.
and how did it start?
Well, I think our moi, my husband,
Yeah, my
he
moi.
will my moi, he will have a better say about the
You want your more to say?
yeah about
Why not?
this.
Why not?
Okay.
Well, you see, it's a long way back. We formed Abiogenesis in the year 1990.
Ah,
So at that time, there were many drug addicts. And we had released an album in 89, and that time we were just Arla and Moa.
okay.
And Magnus Sound was a major label that time. So we got an album in Kolkata. The backing band was Shiva. Then this Magnus Sound wanted us to have a Northeast tour, so they tied us up with another band from Kolkata. We had difficulties in rehearsing, practicing, so we thought, why not have local bands, there are so many local talented guitarists, drummers, bassists, so we said, why not form our own band? So from there on, we thought we should have our own band, and we were looking for a name, and we thought this biological term, as I said, to reactivate the dead cells, we should bring back the people who are addicted, because they were regarded as living dead. So we should give them life through our messages in the songs.
Beautiful.
So in every set, she used to say to keep away from drugs,
Drugs,
to
yes.
persuade people that this is bad. So to keep up to the name, we had given that name, and Abiogenesis came about.
I mean, seriously, now I know when I look at the, you know, the profile, there was one section where I read that both of you have been really composing and recording songs on various health topics,
Yes.
like immunization, HIV, AIDS, polio, mother and child health, drug abuse. Now I know what has inspired you. I mean, it just touches my heart, and I'm sure it's doing the same thing to our, people who are tuning in right now as a listener and as a, watcher. That the whole purpose and how, every time you perform, you remind people, you send out a message with a purpose that to how to stay healthy and to stay away from things that's bad for your health. And I think that's quite a commitment that you both have. And thank you so much for that, because during the 1990s it was a time of drugs.
Yes.
And I can feel it because I've lost a lot of my relatives, and I've worked in rehabs, and I hear stories. I've lived with that, and it gives me great respect to both of you and your team for really resounding that again and again. And it is here on that note, Brother Moa, I want to hear from you, that as a singer, as a, do you write your own songs?
Yes.
And when you write your own songs, when does that happen? What inspires you? Because writing songs, it's the other way around. Singing is another way, but writing songs, what inspires you, and what's the process when you get it in the form of music?
So it's
Yeah.
we are a team, as you said.
Yeah, we met
Yeah.
quite early, and
We
yeah.
met. I mean, our first son was born when we were just 18 years old.
Really?
What I mean to say is that we were having growing children.
Wow.
And yeah. So I think musically, since we are both musicians, we were thinking of raising our son in the best manner. So I think you've asked a very good question.
Yeah. So we compose anytime. There are no fixed timings
Okay.
that it should be done in the morning, evening. It comes sometimes even midnight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
So what do you do when it comes
So
to your
when
mind?
it comes, if it comes to her, she will try to keep it. If it comes to me during a party, I also keep it. Then
Sometimes
when we
we
are
used
alone,
to
we discuss about it.
Wake
We
up early.
come into it.
Very at midnight also sometimes, even if he's snoring.
Yes.
I mean, he doesn't snore, of course. But yeah, at midnight, even when it comes, then I will just
Yes.
Wake him up.
wake him up and tell,
Scribble it.
yeah, scribble, and then the tune also sometimes.
Wow.
So it's a, the the feel that
Yeah.
we have for each other.
And of course, most of our songs are instant brew. We don't take too much time. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, do you also remember the first song you wrote together?
I think it's Let's Get Together
Yes.
and right now.
Yeah.
But I remember that we have written a song, Let's Get Together, for a social event. That was when we were members of the Social Service League in Mokokchung,
Yeah.
and then we were
Yeah.
having a function, I think. So
A
that
group
time,
of people,
yeah.
we came together and we wanted to promote music through pit contests and solo contests and all that.
So that's where you sang.
So we had all this in Mokokchung, but once we decided to have it in Dimapur. So we said we should sing this Let's Get Together,
Yeah.
and along with 2 or 3 other
But
members.
many members were
Yeah.
quite reluctant, okay,
Yeah.
some of our friends,
So that time,
to sing the composition.
many were not into composition,
Okay.
and even the crowd, because the fear that crowd will reject a composition. So some of the members backed out. So only one friend stood with us. So 3 of us presented this song.
let's get
But,
together,
yeah.
and then right now.
now.
Yeah.
And the response was
Wow.
very
it's
great.
Great. Yeah.
And how did you feel that time?
We were so happy because, as we told you, we were a bit skeptic about the response.
So the acceptance.
They
So for
accepted and they
musicians,
also
very-
sang along with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
so
that's amazing.
That inspired us to carry on writing.
Even now we are doing that song right now, and we still remember our friend with whom we sang. You know,
What's
So
his name?
His
Tangit.
name is Tangit.
Tangit.
Tangit Imsong.
Tangit Imsong.
Yeah.
Well, I must, we must congratulate Tangit for
Yes.
standing with you
Yes.
and making it happen. Because there's always a saying, right, that three is better than,
Yeah,
two is
two is
better
better
than
than
one, and
Yes.
three is better than two.
Definitely.
And together, three of you made a beautiful chord.
Yes.
And that gives me this joy to our listeners to introduce Sister Aranla, because I want to really hear from her. Dear listeners, Sister Aranla Sabong is a singer, musician. She's a dramatist. This is something I'm very excited about, and a playwright. And some of her achievements and awards, besides being part of the band and being the founder of the band, I like this part. Best Actress Award in your inter-college competition at the Northeast Hill University. And this is like in 1975, and then the awarded the Scroll of Honor from Pranabananda Women's College. That is in 2018. Then you got the Best Direction Award in Drama Competition in Inter-School Competition representing EKG School Mokching in 1983. And you also served 2 years under the Guru Shishya Parampara scheme under NEZCC in 2003 to 4 to teach folk theater and music. I can just go on and on, but what really caught my eye was the theater, and how drama has been part of your life, and how through your experiences and your passion and your interest, you have really taken on the cultural heritage to another level. And this is at a time in the 80s. So I've always thought, as far as I've seen, that the modern day theater, I've seen people from our community really taking on. So I'm quite interested, if I may. You can tell me, no, Gugu, I don't know. You can be straight on that. But knowing your theater, it sounded like Beninging. The beginning.
But it sounds good,
Alright,
really.
yeah. So I'm just going to say drama now, because my tongue twisting is taking me on. So this drama, how did it start at a time, at your time? Because that's something that is missing in our Naga society, where through drama, we can tell so many of our stories. And I'm absolutely thrilled to share this with our audience, to hear from you directly. What made you start getting into drama, and how has drama played and inspired you in your personal life?
Actually, in this regard, I remember my mentor and say my teachers, also Mrs. Evie, an American teacher, and those nuns, and Italian nuns, and some English people who used to teach me while I was studying in the Roman Catholic schools. Okay, so that those days people used to have they used to lake in this memory. Okay, but then somehow they turned their heads towards me, and I was made into doing this recitation, and with action and all. I used to do that, and for dramas, school dramas like Cinderella, Snow White, and the Seven Dwarfs. I used to be always, be, they used to select me for taking part in the school thing. And then when after it was like at in the place of transfer for my on the part of my baba, my daddy, that I used to be taken from one place to another, no. So then in the end, I studied in Mokokchung. We landed up in Mokokchung. He landed up in Mokokchung. So in the Baptist English School, there was this American teacher. So when I was brought to the school, then during the Christmas time, this Christmas pageant has to be, you know, uh, done, and for all the parents who has to pick their children from the boarding school, then they used to be seated, and we used they used to let us do this Christmas pageants, you know. I mean, to say the how Christ was born, how the angel stole the shepherds and all that. Then I used to do all those things, and some of us were selected, and then later on, in the big fields also, then they picked me. Arina, you are supposed to be acting there, you know. And then I used to be like, what? I don't know anything about it. But then you have the vibe. You can act. See, well, some of you just come. But like that they used to. So I used to be like, you know, like, yeah, the passion was always in me. And then whatever they told me to do, that I used to do it. Then slowly, I went for this competition, school. I mean college competition, in where I acted the Maharani of Aragon, you know, and yeah, that awarded me the best actress. Yeah.
Wow. So with that note, what do you think is how is drama theater important for a society?
And I think for society, in the in a drama, whatever you portray, people are seeing it. You know, those people who are sitting and looking at you, they are seeing whatever you are doing there up on stage. So it is very important that you put a very brave face and show to the world the thing that is important or in you, or the thing that you are entitled to do, you know. So it is very important to show the best of everything that comes according to your you know, I mean the part that you have to play.
So the character, you know, the character, the
Yes.
role that you play, it's so important for people to imagine and also visualize the message that you have behind. So in a Naga society like ours, because like I said, I've only seen the our community particularly really have used the history, the story of the people in a theater, again, drama. I'm not going to go to that word now, drama. And I am personally very inspired by that. And today, to get to meet you and really talk about theater and how that has really, you know, enabled you, not just as a performer, but really making an impact in being the teacher. Because as I see it, you have been a part of the Guru Shishak Shishya Parampara scheme, which the NEZCC gives out to every guru, the teacher, to have students under their wings to nurture and teach them the art of that skills. With that note, I also want to ask you, Sister Aaron Lam, that you have written and directed Howe a musical feature film titled Enter My World in 2020, right? And it was released in the Amazon Prime Video on the 30th of July 2020. And the film was a semi-finalist at the Echo Bricks Film Festival 2020 in Moscow. Can you share a little bit about that experience of the film? You know, what is it about? Because most of us haven't seen it at all.
Actually, Enter My World, it's regarding the I have made it in such a way that it connects us to the past, okay? In our because the story that I used to hear ever since I was a childhood about a tiger, the spirit, no?
Yes, yes.
Living, the spirit, a man having the spirit of the tiger.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is like the it is the writer and her student who during a vacation she chose a student and they had to go to the deep jungle to get some information about because she's a writer,
Okay.
the heroine in the Enter
that
My
film,
World in
okay.
the film is
All right.
yeah, she's a writer. So when they were like that, and they eventually landed up in the village, okay, then this writer somehow she couldn't escape from the village, but she took the help of the spirit, the man
with the tiger spirit.
yeah.
Yes.
So, because eventually, what I felt was like the man with the tiger spirit would know everything.
Correct.
Yeah, and during that period of time, it was like complete jungle, and there was no roads, nothing was there. So, yeah, I made the film in such a way that the man with the tiger spirit would lead
The writer.
the writer, and she would be free of the. But then again, when she comes home, and yeah, she succeeded at last, because the tiger spirit man wanted to help her, and she went home. She had to complete the book, so she completed. And when she was in the town, or say from the place where she had come from, she used to recollect, those people in the village area, in that area, but because that area was like there was nobody in there, and they were so confined to that
Village.
area,
Okay.
so everything was like she thought she used to remember those people, kind-hearted people, and so many nice people were there, and that she used to be reminded of that place, so she wanted to go back again.
Oh, she goes back.
She wanted to go back again.
Okay, wait, hold on.
But she didn't go back in the movie shoot, but there's a message.
Okay, so I don't want you to tell the whole
No,
story.
no. There's a message.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how can we find this movie? Is it available for us to look
I
at?
think
Yeah, this
Amazon.
Film Hub,
Okay, the film.
that's a American company, okay?
Okay.
So they have taken for distribution.
Uh-huh.
So since India, we have not taken the censorship.
Oh.
Since we have slaughtering pigs,
Oh.
all
okay.
these things.
All right.
Someone was saying it'll be difficult to get censorship.
Oh.
So it's not available in India.
Okay.
So I told these people we will upload for local people to see.
On the YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
If you just search Enter My World,
You'll get it.
you'll get it. Yeah.
Well, I guess the listeners, why don't you enter,
Enter My
the
World.
enter my,
My
world.
Yeah.
World.
And on YouTube, and you will find it.
Yes.
And please let us know what you think of it. And I'm sure Brother Mo and Sister Arula would be very happy to
Yes,
get your
definitely.
feedback, because I'm entirely excited to go in the evening and check it out, and I'm surely going to get back to you. So, how about we take this serious conversation from music, then to film, theater, drama, to your love life. So I think that's going to be something that everybody would look forward to. Because I think Sister Aruna is really getting excited.
The love that
You
is
both
really,
share. So how about you share with us, in short, how did you guys meet?
I think you should be the first to tell.
How did you date? How was dating like
How was
in
it?
your, at your time?
So can you imagine we've been together for 44 years now?
Yes.
Are you freaking serious?
Yes.
Oh, praise God and congratulations.
Wow,
Thank you.
thank you so
43.
much for
44.
44.
Now, yeah,
Yeah.
it's 44.
But it's been like
Forever.
we met yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so lively.
That's how strong we are. Yeah.
I
Bless your
never
heart.
think that
Yeah.
he's my husband too. And I always think he's a good friend of mine.
Exactly.
And a lover.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's a great message for the listeners that
Yeah.
a great lover and a friend.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Yes.
So we want to know how was it like when did you date? I mean, we want to get a glimpse of because I'm bringing in the love story because this is the Valentine's Day month.
Yes.
And we want to hear all kinds of stories of love stories, and let's start with both of you. So quickly, can you
Yes.
please share, Brother Moa? See,
Date?
Sister
Yes.
and I sing.
Date?
Our passion brought us together. Passion for music. So she was a renowned singer those days.
Okay.
And I was a wannabe musician, okay?
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
combination.
Because as she has mentioned, she was singing and acting since she was a child. But for me, I think I started a bit late when I was in high school.
Oh.
So few friends of us got together and we formed a band also. So I was always looking up to her. Then somehow we used
yeah.
to
I used
meet
to be
because her younger brother was in the same band.
Yeah. I used to be singing with all the
Yes.
boys band, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
And there were very less ladies that
yeah,
time, no?
female
Girls,
singers,
female
yeah.
singers.
Oh.
So we used to meet here and there since we are in the same field. And that
Who made the first
magnetic pull was so much
Look at Brother Moa.
that I just went straight to her and said we should be together. and
Oh
like
my
that,
God.
yeah.
Where the,
Otherwise, I never thought of a husband in my life. I
Yeah.
never thought of marriage also.
was it
I
because
never
you were so
thought.
much into music?
Yeah, it was like so much into music, and he was playing it so well that I need a real someone who would really play for me. And when because to the tunes, to my tunes, if someone plays very well, then I can really concentrate and I can do the performance better.
yes.
So he was very good at the guitars,
So
and
it's-
his showmanship was very good.
So it's
I
a
used
love
to like
marriage.
that.
Oh, this is so
At
nice.
18, first son was born.
Oh.
By 23, third son was born.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
My
believe it.
goodness. That's such a wonderful
Yes.
story. So I want to know, he said something like, when he spoke to you and said we should be together. Were those
Yeah.
the exact lines?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
like that. We should be together always. He told me always.
That
Not
takes a
once,
lot of
but I've said
courage.
many times.
But it wasn't. We say that it wasn't a marriage also
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we were too young, you know,
Yes.
and we haven't thought of getting married also. But then somehow we landed up together because we had the same taste, and till date, since we are together for 44 years, but till date, I used to feel that I met him only yesterday.
Oh, that's so romantic indeed.
I used to tell him this and that, and he wouldn't mind.
I think both of you are totally opposite, right? Keeping aside the music, but as personalities, are you like same or different?
I'm different.
Totally different.
I'm very outspoken, and
Yeah.
he is very cool. Sometimes
Semi-introvert.
Yeah, I think so.
I used to tell, you are a real introvert. I used to tell him sometimes, and I used to really, it really used to get to my head, but I
like that
stress. I used to tell him, oh, you're making this stress problem. You're making me crazy. I used to shout at him, and then we look at each other and give a good laugh because. When he looks at me, I feel like laughing. And we are always laughing. We are always most of the time we're happy. So during the daytime, if I don't find him, yeah,
Roaming around the whole farm,
yeah, and up there now, then I used to feel a little strange, I feel very lonely. Ah.
When she's disappointed and angry, I tell her, I think I'm like Akuni.
Aku ni.
It's smelly and it's stinking, but still you love it.
That's what he used to tell me every time.
So that,
I'm sure
I get angry, then
that
I
calms
used
her
to,
down.
I'm like Akuni, he used to ask me,
I think by now our listeners already have a very fair share idea, how to patao their better half. Because it's also the laughter that you both share
Yes.
genuinely, and it's so, I mean, listening to you wants to make someone fall in love, and I think these are wonderful, real stories of relationship, where differences can't be sorted out. Two different personalities can beautifully complement with each other. So on that note, how do you resolve a conflict? Because I'm sure you fight, right? So how do you resolve the
I've
conflict?
already mentioned one.
So Akun is one.
Semas should be happy at us, actually. Akuni is the one sweet
Solving
lady
problems?
solving problem for us,
Between a hyper and a much calmer person. Well, I'm sure that our Sumi brothers and sisters have taken special note on that
Yes.
Akuni does wonders. So, what is the normal ritual of keeping your relationship fresh? I think that's something that we really need to also talk about. In our Naga society, we have never spoken about relationships
Yes.
or per se how to, have a healthy relationship. And I think we want to take this opportunity from the community radio to hear from you. How do you keep your relationship fresh every single day?
As for us, we don't have a written formula. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But we have experience formula. We want to
Yes.
know the experience formula. How do you make Sister Aranla
Actually,
happy every
Yeah.
single day? And Sister Aranla, how does she make you every day fresh?
As far as I'm concerned, whatever she says, I take it as music,
Oh my
Gee,
God.
that's
Whether
what
she
he
says
tells
good
me.
things or bad things, because she's an extrovert, so if she's not happy with me, she will pour it out. But as for me, even if I am angry, I will not say anything to her.
Ah,
So,
yeah.
yes. So that's the
Yeah.
equation.
That's,
She totally understands me. I totally understand her. That's
and
what
two
I
hands
feel.
are always better than one.
Yes.
That's what I used to tell him,
And we have the same
If I
passion.
have a problem or any issues, then I used to tell him, hey, come on, solve the sometimes I ask him whether I'm too reliable or I'm too lazy, because I'm always getting help from him, But it makes things very easy, okay, for me. If he is there to join me in solving a problem, in my problem, I used to feel at ease, and I feel very comfortable when he's around.
Yeah.
Have you stayed apart from each other, and for how long? Because I can sense that you just can't stay without each other. Because Sister Aranla has kept on saying, his presence is all that
Yeah.
she desires.
For a brief spell, when I
Yes.
have work, I used to go out.
Yes.
Very
Very
brief.
very
Yeah.
brief.
And
yes.
brief is like what? An hour?
An hour. Yeah.
Not that short.
I'm just teasing because I love the
Very ridiculous. You want to read?
the energy that Sister Arana is giving me.
Yeah.
I mean, giving all of us actually as we
Yeah.
listen. That your presence means so much to her, and we can already. The studio is filled with so much of love, and the way Sister Arana expresses, and especially for an extrovert. Communication is so important,
Yes.
and a lot of people don't
Yes.
understand this for extrovert.
Yes.
We want to talk.
I want to share.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like she said, so naturally that it frustrates her, when there's nobody
Yes,
to listen.
yes.
And you amazingly listen to her. And I love this part when you say all her anger, frustration is music to your ear.
Yeah, because if she's not like that, it will not come out on stage while singing, even acting. Huh? So I try to preserve her energy for stage.
Till now, I'm not having a slight pressure. That means that thing, that pressure, I don't know. People keep saying, so many of the people say, hey, check your blood pressure. Have you checked your sugar level and all that? But I don't
So
have
you're free
any.
from
I'm
that.
free
Oh,
from that.
wonderful, and praise God for that.
I'm so happy that everything is fine with me.
Oh, thank God, thank
She's
God.
not only an extrovert, but she's also a workaholic.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
what.
Very restless, I'm sure. Yeah?
She wakes up at
yeah.
5:30 straight to. I tell her, please
Relax.
rest.
He
Because if
tells
she-
me that.
Because if she works, I have to work too.
But
So for my
really
sake,
for
I
your
was
sake.
requesting her. But she's Yeah.
sometimes I used to complain about feeling numbness in my fingers. He used to tell me, you work too hard, you work a lot, that's why. You just do this exercise, I don't know how to do it. So I said, hey, then let me get to work. Then I used to, look after my flowers and my garden, and then I start cooking, and every time I ask him, hey, whether you like tea, to drink green tea, or you like coffee. Every time I used to ask him, but whatever he tells me, then okay, I make for him green tea. Then I enjoy the same, because we have the same taste.
Okay. That's interesting.
and our compound, our jungle.
Yes.
I used to joke. I used to show her the broom. This is my pool worker. So I have to sweep this, that. That's how I exercise. It's my gym.
He does not tell me only tell me, but he used to tell to
Everyone.
everyone who comes around. This is my pool worker. So I make face.
So he makes sure that everybody he comes in contact with knows what exactly he does and who makes him do it. This is so
Yeah,
nice.
because I feel that someone should be there to clean up. And since we don't have any service now, he's doing the sweeping sometimes, and he's
So this is your normal everyday routine.
Yes.
Right? So who cooks more and who washes dishes more?
I cook more.
And dishes?
Dishes too. I
Both,
cook.
both.
I mean, I do the dishes mostly, but he also helps. He also does
Washing,
the
I
dishes.
do a little more.
Oh.
I'm the washing machine.
No. No, washing, no.
Of course, we both do.
Okay, here starts the couple fight now.
I do a lot.
This is-
I'm just.
Constructive argument.
I used to tell him, why, why we scream or we shout, we tell, speak out loud when a new servant, someone is there to help us. It's like this, I have to tell you to do this and do that, and you don't. Since you are my husband and then we are living together, you should be knowing all this. So these things only I'm teach. That's why. That's why you are never heard of my voice actually. So you should be doing it. Then I will not speak.
Get
out.
angry
Not
and
angry.
spill all the
Yeah.
bits out when
Yeah.
somebody else is there. So where does your children appear here? How do they balance with two different personalities and amazing
children.
parents and achievers? Where do they balance here? Let's hear a little
We are
bit about
so
it.
happy that we have 3 sons.
Wow.
Yeah, and they are our sons as well as our best friends.
Awesome.
So some people used to say when their family meet, they always have a party.
That's for
Yeah,
sure.
That's how
Yeah.
close we are. We all drink whatever we need to drink.
We have
We
8
share
grandchildren,
everything.
actually.
Wow. Yeah, I keep looking at your Facebook and,
And
it's
we-
filled with your
yeah.
whole family. It's
Yes.
amazing.
So we have 8 grandchildren, as she says.
Yes.
We are total 16 altogether.
Woohoo. Awesome.
Yes, so I'm a father of nations now.
Absolutely.
On the brink.
My 3 sons are James.
Yes.
Bless them.
And then 3 sons never gave us any problem.
If one of them was not good, our relation would have been bad. But because she had given time to them, she taught them, and they became very good sons that we also were happy.
They were never hospitalized.
Oh, praise God and thank God. So this is very interesting as professional performers, as musicians,
Yes.
and having your kids, around you, and you taking care of them all by yourself. What has been the biggest challenge, and what was that wish that I wish, was there some instances like that, or was it a very easy nurturing of your 3 sons along your professional life? Because to juggle, it was not just about one parent, but both the parents are musicians, and having 3 boys is not a
Yeah.
joke, but also the kind of personality that they have also been able to groom, and they've come up to be fine gentlemen. So would really want to hear, how did you balance this?
See, health-wise, she had them all very early, so it's a plus point, you see.
Okay.
Yeah. And those days, we were so young that we had enough energy. We didn't even feel that we were suffering. We were always happy, enjoying. I don't know. We also discuss amongst us. How were those days? Just gone by.
It's
Like this, no? Yeah.
I don't remember a thing also. Whether they have given me pay.
See, for her, it was always like the best thing you can give to your child is time. And that's what she has given them.
Beautiful.
Yeah. She's always devoted her time for the upbringing of our 3 sons, and it has given good results. It has bear good fruits.
It's, yeah.
Oh, this
Yes.
is wonderful. So I'm going to go towards a very quick rapid round, okay? So let's see how much you know about each other, because you said that you kind of similar, you share a lot of similarities, right? So does Brother Moa know what is the favorite color of Sister Arena?
Yeah. My favorite color.
Yeah, I think she's wearing it.
All right. So how many colors does she have in her wardrobe? This color, if it's her favorite.
Oh yeah, of late.
A little different shade, but it's
Brown.
still, comes to this color, plus blue
White.
and white. Yeah.
Okay. And what's her favorite food?
Favorite?
Yeah.
She loves
Continental mostly.
continental.
Sis, you're not supposed to
Yeah.
say it. Yeah.
She likes chow mein,
Uh-huh.
and she also cooks very well. She's a very good cook, so we don't need to go out to restaurants.
All right, listeners, we can all crop up
Yes.
to their
If
farm.
you have a good wife, you will not say, let's go to a restaurant, because you get
Really?
good food at home.
Oh God.
Yes, and even Naga dishes, she's very good. All this exotic food, she's got the
Awesome.
touch, the nick.
May I say that you got the right one?
Yes.
Look at that happy face.
Yes.
He's always happy.
Wow, awesome. How about your sister Arula? What's the favorite one thing in the closet that Brother Moa will not let go?
Gray. He's wearing it now. Look at him. The black, gray. Yes, mostly black, gray, and brown.
No other colors?
Sometimes.
But this is the,
Yeah, but
you know,
the gray
overall,
and the
the
black,
gray and the
yeah.
black. Okay.
This
What's
is
his
me.
favorite? That's
This is
you.
me.
Yeah. And what's his favorite drink? Coffee or tea?
Tea
Yeah. Okay. With sugar or without sugar?
without sugar.
Okay. And what is that thing that makes him happy? And you know it, you just know it that this is going to make him happy.
The food.
Oh.
Food.
So food is how you.
Yeah.
Okay, Bendag is really smiling behind the scene, you know. So it's the food. Oh, that's what they say, right? To go to the man's heart is through his belly. I don't think so. I'm going to reach the belly because I'm not a great cook.
Yeah, I eat a lot because she cooks well. But my bull worker keeps me fit.
I think our listeners by now has a lot of details about you now and knows better than anybody else. And I think it's a great joy to have this conversation because I think this has been a great opportunity to, reveal about our own people because a lot of times we know our personalities only from far, not from near. And the community radio has always been a great place to, open up many areas where people are not just comfortable but are happy to share from their heart. So is there anything that we can learn from you about how what are the apart from the concerns that you have? And honestly speaking, I think for me you're one of the first musicians that I'm meeting who really talk about causes, about concerns through your music, and that's powerful because we really need to inspire and motivate celebrities or people who can become an influencer and influence people, to have a better life. So, why do you think, or what makes you think, Brother Moa and Sister Arenla, that what is a message that you would like to give to our young people with so much going on? This is, I mean, the things that's happening is inevitable, but for sure we can inspire one another. And I want you to take this opportunity and maybe at the end give us a message from both of your side. But any concerns that you have that can become a message and we can take it forward. And I want you to speak through the Instagram because this is going live and this live streaming is of course going to be recorded in Instagram. But this is a great opportunity to speak to our viewers and listeners directly. And if there's any comment, my dear friends, you can drop into the Instagram box and we can surely share that with Brother Moa and Sister Arenla, and they can also respond back. So that's the free style that we have, but I'm giving it away to them to share any concerns that you feel through your observation and you feel that there is a solution that we can do it together. So I give anybody to start.
Yeah, I was so engulfed with our speech, with our discussion with the cuckoo. So I'm sorry, our Instagram friends. Anyway, I think all the messages, good messages, are very similar, and you must have heard it from someone before. From my side, I would say that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So we have to keep ourselves busy, The day you say, I'll give up, means it's as good as dead. So we have to be busy. And we should always remember that failure is a part of success. Nobody will be so successful without a little bit of failure. So when you fail, it should be a push to make you work harder, your aspiration stronger, and if you keep on trying, definitely, if you may not even reach the top, at least the next level, it will be achievable. Nothing is impossible. So we should keep on trying till we achieve what we want to achieve. That's my point of view.
My point is, I always keep saying this, that God loves wise people. And so God has, in this point, I want to say that God has given us eyes, hands, feet, all this. So it is up to us now to maneuver, to maneuver this. So always just don't be idle, saying that God helps, God please come and help me or help us, like that. So it's only that God helps God helps those who help themselves. That's what I want to say. And then I just want to give a message from the Bible, which I used to recite, during my early days. James, from the book of James, 1, verse 5. If any one of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like the wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. And I think I will end my message with that Bible
You know one
verse.
thing, she used to read the whole book of James, Malachi, what else? As a
Titus,
child?
James, Malachi, Philippines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I think this is a true inspiration as believers, how much we need to know of our holy book, the gospel, and at the same time to be an example in the profession that we are in. And I think that's what we all need to inculcate, the habit of being a good, healthy influencer, being mindful and being sensitive, being caring and compassionate. And I am just so fortunate, on behalf of the community radio, to have, to really get this opportunity to just not have an interaction, but also get to know you better as two individuals who have amazing personality, but at the same time, your union has brought out such beautiful people, and those are your three sons, and multiplied, you're all 16 today.
Yes.
And we wish you and your family the best.
Thank
And may God's grace and mercy be upon you in all that you do and desire in your heart. And with 2023, just the beginning of the year, and we opened with such an amazing award that you received, and it's such a great
Yes.
joy for all the Nagas and people who celebrate you and your music. And we really hope that you would continue to inspire us, both of you, as a couple, as two friends, as a companion to one another. And I'm sure our listeners have been inspired, and our musicians, for that matter, seeing you as a senior most, and also somebody who have experienced life way ahead of us and have seen things. You continue to be humbled and modest, and that's something that many of our musicians will have to learn along the way, because experience teaches us to be more humble, and through humility we win hearts. Perhaps not, maybe externally we may be, winning a lot of laurels, but the hearts of hearts, if there is no connection and emotional bonding, it's more of an empty vessel being decorated outside alone. So thank you so much for your time here.
It's been a real pleasure.
My pleasure, Kuku.
Oh, this is such
Really
an
sweet of you to go through all this,
I think the community radio is very, very blessed, actually, because it's not been easy for us to convert a conversation into a yes for people to come to the radio station, because first of all, it's the first radio station in Dimapur.
Yes.
Second thing, the listening culture has just stepped in, because it's a digital generation that we are living in. Our other districts and Kohima is very, very fortunate to have All India Radio. And if you see in the rural areas, forget about the phone, they have the radio as their companion.
Yes.
Yes.
And in the metropolitan cities in all over India, radio is the companion, So it is, our effort to bring this listening culture, because listening culture brings out mindfulness.
Yes.
We learn to pause, reflect, and be sensitive to people. And we learn so much by listening, to appreciate and to understand one another. So it's not just a radio station, but it's a radio station with a purpose.
Yes.
And hence the theme is the voice of change, where we get to know about each other, and we can educate, we can build one another, we can show the way how to dialogue, have conversation, and not just a monologue, which we find in our Naga society.
Yes.
Because our way of education has been, you listen and don't talk. You just listen, don't ask, So we really can't have a conversation. So in the social media, we will find a lot of our young people frustrated and angry, and they're not able to channelize in the right way. So your yes to us and to do this live, Instagram live has been an amazing plus point. So our team are grateful to you. And we hope in days to come, you'll continue to support us and bring in more friends, It would be amazing to have your team next time because I think we love to hear the stories and let people know who they are as individuals, because they also have a story to tell. And, I guess we can say bye to our YouTubers and everybody who's streaming here with us. It's been a great joy, and thank you for listening to us and being with us all throughout. And I hope that you would drop in the Dropbox with anything that you would like to say to Brother Moa and Sister Arenla and to the community radio. And let us know if you want us to talk to somebody and welcome them to our studio. You know where to find us. So with that note, this is your RJ Gugu Haraluf signing off, and have a good evening. Bye.
90.8 Hills FM, in partnership with Task Force for Music and Arts, presents Top Man Thursday. Stay tuned to listen to local artists every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on 90.8 Hills FM.
You're listening to 90.8 Hills FM Radio.
This is 90.8 Hills FM radio station, using our voice to rate your choice. Stay tuned.